Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Grounded, and I am very, very excited for what we are going to be working on today, because today we finally get to upgrade some equipment. I have been looking forward to finally getting some Tier 2 tools. I am saying that right. That is a very complicated thing to say for some reason in my brain. We're getting some Tier 2 tools today, as well as hopefully filling out some of these various production pieces of equipment. And that means that we have to go bug hunting. We're going to be having to take down, I know, at least some bombardier beetles. We're going to be having to take down some ladybugs. We may have taken down enough stink bugs in our last episode to be okay, but we will see. There might be a few odd other bugs here and there that we need to take out just for some other supplementary materials here and there. But yeah, we are going to be focusing on upgrading. I know we still, again, as we pointed out at the end of last time, we still have a couple little roof pieces here and there that need a couple stems. We'll throw those in at the end if we have time, but honestly, I'm more concerned about getting our insect axe, and once we do that, we could just grab a couple of these husky weeds to get the stems that are just right out our front door, rather than having to go hunting down dandelions. So that is basically our plan for the day. Before we jump into that, I think I do want to complete this row of chests so that we can get a little bit organized, and that way every time that we're going out to basically go on a bug hunting run, we can disperse parts and all of that in a much better manner than we are right now, which is basically almost everything dumped in that chest, and we can also kind of get rid of the stuff that is currently in these baskets. So I do think that would be smart. We are mostly missing sap with a little bit of acorn, so that will not be hard to acquire at all, given that we are literally right here in the oak tree. So let's just jump on down here and get started with collecting those resources. I think that we only need something like 6 acorn shells, but I am going to go ahead and just kind of collect a good handful of them. I don't remember if any of the other production items that we need are going to require acorn. But eventually we're gonna want a second layer of chests, and, you know, down the road, we're going to want to make, I'm sure we're gonna want to make some spiral staircases for some kind of project, and those are gonna require quite a bit of acorn shell. I know that we need the acorn tops for some of the different production devices. The spinning wheels take acorn tops. I think that maybe the smoothie mixer takes acorn tops. So we'll need some for that. So we're just going to kind of gather a little bit of everything as far as that goes. I think I am kind of out of peblets right now, so as long as my inventory holds up, I might grab some of these while we're down here. That way we can hopefully make some, we could hopefully make some additional spears. While we don't have a ton of different weapon options, making a bunch of spears, which is basically how we took out the stink bugs in our last episode, that is going to be most likely our best strategy for taking out, at the very least, I think the bombardier beetles. But we'll see how it goes. Maybe our red ant club would be enough to get that going.
Nice and clean.
Oh, and I think we do have that field station right there. Maybe we could go hit that up real quick. I'm being very paranoid. Okay, make sure the resource analyzer's on. We got good coverage over this part of the yard now, which is nice, given that that's where our base is. Alright, we got a report here. Poor Sarah with her little red bite mark. If she hadn't come to me, I wouldn't have even known. Oh, her sad eyes as she scuttled over, cradling her tiny arm. Daddy, Daddy, there's something nasty in the roots of the oak tree, she whimpered. What is that one? Okay, it's not a link or anything. The tangle is much too small to be explored as a full man, begged to be investigated in small form. It's just the ladybug. We'll read the rest of that in safety. Any granola bars stashed anywhere? Doesn't seem like it. Okay. There we go. Alright. And that's why we are going to get out of here. I'd rather not deal with orb weavers right now. Okay. Well, more sap is good. We can eat some of these little mushrooms here for
Where's the minimum's Brussels sprouts?
taking care of our hunger. That'll make our stamina bar go back up. I hear a spider snoring over there, so we do need to be careful. That's plenty of acorn for now. So now it's just if I can get any more sap. Yeah, it sounds like, Wendell's daughter got a nice bite from our wolf spider friends.
No water filtration tablets needed.
Alright, I know I said no more acorns, but it's hard for me to resist. Especially when I'm not coming across the sap at the moment. Alright, something's wiggling the grass over there. Hopefully that's just a ladybug. Sounds like it's just a ladybug. Alright, so we'll start with the ones that are already almost done. Alright, so we need 8 more sap, and we will be good to go. I'm just gonna dump into this chest for now, and then we'll come back, do a little bit of organization, and then prepare for our hunting expedition. May as well get some meat to take back with us. Finding more aphid honeydew right now than sap. Ultimately, that's not a bad thing. We can either make some smoothies with it in a bit, or we can just eat it right away. I believe that it has some decent properties for potentially healing. I could be thinking of a different material, but at the very least, I know we can use it for some smoothies. So That's a good thing. Speaking of smoothies, we might try to get a little bit more rub stuff. Any more sap? There's a little bit down here. Any sap by any of these? We do have lots of ladybugs by us, so if we need to take a few out for ladybug parts, that will not be a problem. At least as far as finding the ladybugs, I should say. Actually taking them out still could be quite the challenge. Looks like that is all of the easy to spot sap that's right here, but hopefully that should be enough. And it is exactly enough. Perfect. Okay, so we've got a whole row of acorn chests here, which is going to give us just a ton of storage now. Alright, so let's begin the sorting process. We can throw our tools and stuff in here, and I think I might go ahead and speed the rest of this up for you guys. Long story short, I think we'll probably make also like an armor chest, a food chest, probably a couple chests each then for the remaining things so that we can divide it up a little more equally for like bug parts and various natural resources. That'll probably end up being it, and I will see you at the end of this. Is there anything that we can go ahead and build before we even head out? We can actually build most of this. I think the only thing that we're missing is sap. If I just grab kind of some basic materials. Okay. Do that. That's just missing 2 sap. What do you need? That just needs grub sludge, so we can actually make our smoothie station. That's good. Clay, acid gland, and boiling gland. I think we're just missing a boiling gland and then a bunch of stems. That's not bad. How about you? Or you? I can't jump if I do that. Okay. We can do the acorn tops. We can do the rope. So I need sap, red ant parts, and clay. And then, what do you need? You need acorn shells, weed stems, flower petals, and red ant parts. Okay. So we can put all this stuff back. I need some clay for things. And we need red ant parts. We needed grub goop. We needed some acid glands. Alright, so sludge. We don't have sap. We do have ant parts. We do have an acid gland and clay. And more ant parts. So just sap. Stems and flowers. Sap. Boiling glands and stems. Okay. That is not too bad. I can at least put our one flower petal on the whichever part needed that. I'm already forgetting. Oh, the grinder. Whoa. So that's not bad. We've actually already got good progress on our production items. So smoothies. What recipes do we... Oh, we've already got a lot of recipes here. Let's see if any of these are going to be helpful with taking out enemies, because that's going to be our next main task. So Gastro Goo is good for Gas Guard. Fuzz on the Rocks is max health, so that could be a good one. Boost Juice for Stamina, that could also be a good one. Edgelord, Fuller, and Moist. That wouldn't be bad. Liquid Rage helps our attack, but takes Spider Fangs, so that's not going to happen. Workers' Comp does Hauling Strength. Don't really need that. Okay, so this would basically just keep us from having to eat and drink as much. We've got a lot of the parts for it. The Boost Juice is going to increase our stamina, and we could make a couple. Fuzz on the Rocks, we would need to grab some clay, but that's going to increase our health, and that would be very good. So it's probably going to be worth collecting a bit of clay and making that. I think we should maybe go ahead and make some Boost Juice. Because why not? And maybe make a couple of... We'll make, like, a couple of hedgelords. And then we'll save some of this sludge. I know we've got a lot, so it's not really a problem. But we can go grab a bit of clay in the morning for more Fuzz on the Rocks. And that seems like a good idea. And if we can make a lot of those, actually, that might be our way to heal. So I like the look of that. We're gonna want spears for taking on some enemies. What's this gonna get us to? Oh yeah, we should go ahead and sleep just so that we can sleep at a reasonable time the next night. It'll also send the spiders back to their hole. Okay. If we're getting clay, we're gonna need our shovel. We're going to want our bow and as many arrows as possible for fighting. I don't think we're gonna need a torch. Or a hammer or axe for most of our fighting. Yeah, I think that seems reasonable. We might want a shield, and I'm on the fence about bandages. I guess I'll throw them in, because it's probably just smarter to, but if we can use the smoothies to heal, they'll heal us in a larger chunk at a time. That's not what I meant to hit, that's what I meant to hit. There we go. Let's repair these spears. Let's repair this bow. Our equipment looks to be in good shape now. Our dandelion tuft's a bit weak. Oh, and then we have one more spear to repair. Okay, so we've got 4 spears on us. A couple more would not hurt. So weapon, weapon, weapon. We've got that in case we need it. Let's do bandages here. We'll put our smoothies here. We'll do fuzz on the rocks there. Our shield will just be in our weak hand. Canteen can be there. And I guess we'll do like boost juice there. That seems like pretty good. So the other thing I was thinking about, I know that we had originally avoided acorn armor because of the threat generation, but if we're going to be going and hunting bugs anyway, I don't think we really care about that. Unless there's anything else we would rather have, but I don't think so. It'll just give us a little bit better defense, or better resistance, I guess, than anything that we've got. So, if we can craft a full set of acorn armor, other than the hood, we'd actually be able to get spider armor not too far from now, just because we are getting some orb weaver bits here and there. Okay, but anyway, acorn armor. We are gonna need some sap. So man, sap is really becoming a problem for us. Okay, so let's equip the new armor. We can drop old armor off, and what does it take to build sap collectors? Acorn tops, weed stems, and rope. Alright, so we don't have weed stems on us, so I'm not going to worry about that just yet. We'll do that once we get our axe. Oh, I might want my hammer if we're going to collect any sap. Okay. Wait for that to cook real quick, and then I'll eat something, and then I'll throw something else on the fire. No clay there. Alright, let's check for sap. And if there's no more again on the oak tree, we can just go check a few other sticks around. And again, once we get our axe later today, I'll be less stubborn about chopping more stems. I just got real tired of that, just looking for dandelions. I will say, this game is just, like, so beautiful. Every time I've been watching a fair amount of other people playing lately, actually. And, it's one thing that does just strike me, is that the game just looks good. And while, obviously, just the visual appeal of a game does not make a game good or bad, this one does just look good, and, I do really like that about it. I love their, like, balance of making things, like, real enough, but still the kind of cartoonish aesthetic that they went for. I think that they struck a good balance, and then just it being so colorful And I also just feel like the game feels so alive constantly. Like, it just feels like there's
I wonder if I could keep that aphid as
always
a pet.
movement around you, which is sometimes a very scary thing. But... Okay, like that, like that. Where did he come from? Bring it. Oh, he brought it. Which is bandages 5. Seven. Okay. I didn't really want to have to waste that, but we were dying a lot. I wasn't sure when that poison was wearing off. Okay. Well, that was exciting. Whatever. I think we got 4 pieces of sap. We may not be able to build the production items, but I think that we can at least... Some more honeydew. I think that we can at least build the last piece of acorn armor. Alright, so let's come here. Yeah, armor, and it was the leggings that I needed. Let's craft it. And there we go. We can also make our smithing station. You didn't need anything. Ooh, we actually did get literally just enough sap. How about that? Okay. You could make more crude rope or silk rope. We have a ton of crude rope right now, so we're just gonna keep making some silk rope. Alright, the production has started. Okay. You.
Feel a
Quit.
little safer now.
Uncrackable. You're a tough nut to crack and hard to stun. I like that. Okay, put that in there. And let's see. We can get rid of our pollen. We'll scan it later. We're no longer worried about our hammer. We can put the honeydew in there. Is it possible to make a replacement boost juice? No, I need both mushrooms and aphid meat. That's fine. We didn't get any clay. That's fine. How about making a handful of spears? We can make 1. I need sprigs and sprigs. Okay. Really out of sprigs? I really am out of sprigs. The game is not lying to me. I don't know why I thought it would be. Alright. Quick sprig run, and then we hunt. I think that our first priority should probably be getting the axe. I just feel like that's going to be the most helpful. More sprigs around here. No. Just because there's like all these other stem like weeds around, it'll just be so much more helpful when we're building. And there's a couple other things that we can break with that. Albeit the hammer does get us milk molars. So maybe we need to get that here pretty soon as well. We'll double check our recipes for those different tools before we head out on our hunting trip. Because I am going to have to go back once I get all these sprigs. But that would tentatively be my plan. Again, I don't know, also I didn't really pay attention to how many of the other materials that I would have or that I would need. So... Alright, let's call it there. Go make some spears and start with the bug hunting. So, spears. We're gonna craft like 5. How many do I have now? I have 10. Let's make 12. Okay, so, for our tools, we would like to end up with... Ooh, a spider fang dagger would be cool, but spider fangs are, like, last on our list of possibilities. Stink bug parts, we're good. Boiling gland, we are not good. That, I think we can either get from stink bugs or from bombardier beetles. So we're going to need to go after bombardier beetles, but we're going to have to go after bombardier beetles no matter what for our axe. So we're going to need 3 bombardier parts for our axe. We're going to need a ladybug head for our axe. But the other thing is for our insect hammer, we need berry leather. And to make berry leather, we need a... Where is it? Where is it? I'm blind. It should be here. Maybe I just don't know the recipe. We need a jerky... a jerky rack. And I think that requires bombardier parts as well. So, I think that the name of the game right now is go kill a bunch of bombardier beetles. I know that there's one over by the trowel, so I think step 1 is gonna be take out the bombardier beetle. Nope, Mr. Stinky, you're fine. We're not after you right now. You can just keep taking a little nap. Ooh, we got Cardio Fan. That's a good one. Actually, that's worth checking our mutations real quick. We don't need Ant Annihilator. We could do Parry Master. Or Cardio Fan. Let's honestly do Cardio Fan and Javelineer. I think we're going to be throwing our spears, so maybe we do Parry Master and Cardio Fan. Especially because Parry Master is a level 2. I think it'd be good to have on. Okay. So, I think that we want to probably take out these mites. So that we're not dealing with random other enemies. Oh my gosh. Oh, shot out of the air. Oh! I shot his stinky thing. Oh, we're recovering stamina. Alright. This is called cheesing it. And he is down. Let's go. Easy. We got our boiling gland as well. Alright. Alright, so my recording just crashed. Luckily, there was an autosave basically right after we killed that bombardier beetle, and I had not recorded too much footage after we had killed it. I had only... Oh, hello. Come on. There we go. Alright, yeah, so I had not, anyway, recorded too much footage after we killed it. It does look like, unfortunately... Oh, no, there it is. My inventory is now full thanks to taking on those... larva. Let's just trash that stack. We're gonna pick that up. I think I have that keyboard glitch again, but oh well. Now that we have all those bombardier parts, we're gonna run back home. We have a couple new parts that we need to research, and I believe that we actually have enough bombardier parts for the axe, and all that we need is a ladybug head. So, let's do a little bit of this, and just to get the stamina up, I might do a little bit of that, and oh, did not block that one. Okay, alright. Smoothie time, smoothie time. Oh, it got me. No. I was not expecting it to jump that quickly. Alright, it's also getting dark, so that was making it difficult. But that's okay. We can respawn. We're going to... Oh, that's still going to be so dark. Okay. We're not going to worry about that then. We're going to close that. We're going to eat a little bit. Oh, the wolf spider's out now, too. Okay, maybe we do just sleep. Alright, well... The ladybug is gonna have to wait. That's okay.
thought I lost you.
Okay, good. We got all of our spears back. We've still got 30 arrows. All in all, that was not a huge setback. Okay, so let's go with our original plan. We're gonna come in here, and we're gonna drop off some things. Okay, we've got... Need to go research those, but we can drop off those. We did get a pebble, apparently. We need to drop off that. And I think we are otherwise good. Okay, and where's that pollen? Yeah, there we go. Alright, that's a full slate of things to go analyze. And then hopefully by the time we're done doing that, it'll be a little lighter outside, and then we can actually figure out how to take a ladybug on more effectively. Analyze. There we go, that jerky rack is what we need for the berry leather so that we can get our hammer. Alright, just bombardier head mount, nothing too fancy there, but a good amount of brain power. Shinobi sneeze. I believe that that's something we can throw and get like a little bit of a distraction.
Taking a look.
Don't worry about me, Bee. One thing I'm curious about is the jerky rack. That's very large. We're not going to keep it here. That needs 5 bombardier parts. Alright, so we're going to have to probably take out 2 more bombardier beetles in order to get that so that we can get our hammer. Good to know. How crazy would it be to, like, stick it right there? Not ideal, but it would work. Oh, the spider is stuck again. Okay.
Don't even need to
There's
boil
some
it.
water. Usually more around here. Maybe there's some. Okay. There's water. There's a weevil. 2. Where'd our other one go? No wandering off with my arrows, sir. So I think priority 1 is going to get an actual ladybug, and then after that, we'll see about getting more bombardier beetles. I went ahead and made some more smoothies. I know it's not quite the ideal kind, but it's just nice for the fast healing.
Not bad.
Alright, there we go. Alright, ladybugs, where are ya? They kind of go anywhere, so we are good to just pretty much wander around. They honestly like to be around these roots, which, as far as me fighting them, is kind of a good thing. It allows me to cheese it a little bit more. Obviously, as we saw in that last fight, the ladybugs certainly can jump. So, unless you find just the right spot, it's not like it's going to be the perfect solution by just jumping up on a root. And I'm glad that it isn't just like hop up on a high spot and just shoot 60 arrows into them. chipping away little tiny bits of health at a time, because that used to be pretty viable. I like that it's a little bit more complicated now. Beetles, have you seen any ladybugs? Haven't been back here in a good while.
Taking a look.
Alright, we might be able to cheese this after all. Most definitely cheesing it as I get smashed a little bit. Bow, please. Thank you. But hey, I will happily take it. There's also a decent chance that this ladybug does not drop a head. And that will make me sad. Is it even like losing health? My goodness, these arrows do like nothing to it. Please give a head. Oh, just ladybug parts. Alright, well, that's what we get for cheesing it so hard. I think we might end up losing a fair amount of arrows from it, too. Although, as that showed, arrows are most definitely not very effective. Down a few arrows that are a little, at least a pain to get. Let's go at least scan our ladybug parts. And then we'll go look for another one to try to take down. Okay, analyze.
Science!
Oh man, we got repair glue, a whole set of ladybug armor, and a stuffed ladybug. Not bad, not bad. And you know what? We're gonna take those granola bars for some quick healing. Okay, any more ladybugs? No, you're a weevil, not a ladybug. I guess if you're a lady beetle, then you're kind of a lady. A kind of a ladybug. That's quite a few ants. Oh, there's like a cookie. I cannot get the cookie though. I need a better tool, which is why we're doing this. Alright, well, I think over here at least we can... if I can get unstuck from this leaf. Get some more bombardier beetles. So, I guess it's bombardier time instead of ladybug time. There's also just usually a lot of mites, so... Oh, and it's multiple. Let me entice you down, good sir. Uh-oh, we're over 2. Uh-oh, we're 1 for 4. Oh gosh, this is not going well. Alright, we got him. Alright, we're stunned. It's good.
starving, I think.
Some health. And immediately lose the health. There we go. Okay, 8 parts. We needed... I think we needed 9, didn't we? How much was the jerky rack? It was... It's only 5. We're good. We're good for now. Alright. Bombardier Beetles can rest in peace for the moment. But ladybugs are still wanted. Alright, that did not go as well as it could have, but it also... We didn't die, so... Gonna take that as a plus. The spider that lives here. Yep, most definitely, yep. That is a lot of mushrooms.
I'm not sure if holding my hands to my face makes me see any better than
Is that
with my
another
glasses.
one? My goodness. Oh my gosh, the sprigs. Ooh, another field station. Let's go. Oh, and a bunch of food. Forgot this was over here. Alright, can we get in here? No.
Verbal transcription unit 89.4.14. Order number 80.
Virgil, are you there?
Yes, sir.
See
It appears
these
that the
mites.
shrinking process has not overly affected my functionality. I do not know how this is possible. I previously believed that all the parts of my functional unit were required for operation, but apparently they were not. Perhaps that means I have some extra storage space.
Haha, very philosophical. Do you feel anything else?
No, everything appears to be the same. Though I have come to realize that this world is absolutely covered in filth. It is quite concerning. You may wish to wash your hands before returning to work.
It's always good advice, Burkle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for returning my spear. I do appreciate that. Ow. Yes, we did it! Head, please? No! Oh my gosh, come on. Alright, that went way better than last time. And we didn't even cheese it with high ground. We met that ladybug on its own terms. Okay. Heal up a bit. Look for our next victim. Oh, nope, that's Stinky. I don't really want to get stinked on at the moment. Don't mind me, Mr. Stinky! Okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Is that one? Yes, it is. All right. We need an open area. This might be as good as we're gonna get. Uh-oh. We did not block that. Shoot. Alright, actually the kid case may have been a better spot to respawn there, but that is okay.
I wonder if I could keep that aphid as a pet.
I think that Pete really wants a pet aphid, given how many times he's brought that up. I don't think he really cares for, like, a pet weevil or a pet gnat. I think he really wants a pet aphid.
I hope all my things are still here.
Alright, it looks like all of our stuff is here. And there's the ladybug. I'm gonna preemptively bandage so that we're already healing. Excuse me? Excuse me? There we go. Grab spear. Grab a spear. Throw. And throw. One more. One more. No, we finish it off melee. There we go. Oh my gosh, and no head. Alright, game, this is getting a little bit old here. Kinda looking like the last spear might be gone. Alright, I see more grass moving. Is that a ladybug or a spider? It's a very, very fun game to play and grounded. Ladybug or spider? That sounds like a spider. Alright, let's start heading back home. Okay. Well, we can put our boiling gland in at least. What did you need? Stems and petals. That's still done. Okay, okay, okay. What does ladybug armor? take? Because we're getting a lot of ladybug stuff. Oh, it's going to take berry leather too. Can we actually just build our jerky rack? Did I leave that blueprint out here? I did. Crude rope. I've got that. Alright. Berries are in here. Right. Well, we'll get some of that drying out. And let's see. Anything else I can do for us tonight? Oh, I can. Drop off some bug bits. We don't need to carry those around. We can put, actually, when we wake up in the morning, we'll be able to put those on the drying rack. That away. Oh, and even more sprigs away, because I was spamming those. Put that away. Alright, that is everything there. May as well sleep, and then hope that a ladybug is wandering right by our place first thing in the morning. Alright, are we lucky or not?
Taking a look.
It is very dark, so I don't know. Any ladybugs? I will take some poncho. Come on, I just want one more ladybug. It can't give us 4 ladybugs without a head. Like, that would just be cruel. Remember earlier when I was saying, like, oh yeah, we'll just be able to find tons of ladybugs right by our base. I think I cursed us. There we go. I need some more gnat fuzz so that we can make some more arrows at some point. While they're just, you know, hanging around right here. We may as well. Alright, they're going away. That means it's like officially daytime, so maybe the ladybugs will come out now. Let's go. Maybe let's cook one of this food up. And I can also swap the berry leather around. It is all done. And we can also hang a bit of meat there and make some jerky. Okay. Ladybugs. Come on, there's gotta be a ladybug around here somewhere. This has been... It's like that phenomenon where it's like as soon as you want something, they're nowhere to be found. And then I guarantee you, as soon as we've got our ladybug head, we're gonna be just, like, running into ladybugs constantly. Ant attacking a weevil. Not exactly what we want, but interesting nonetheless. That's kind of what I mean when I was talking earlier about how the yard just feels so alive in this game, and I really love that. Any ladybugs? Ouch. I think we're just gonna die of old age before we actually can find another ladybug. Keep seeing red and it's just mushrooms. Use you. Anything by these cans of paint? Bombardier beetle? No, I don't. I just said that I don't want mites. Oh, a scabby. Literally finding scabbies before I can find a ladybug. Yeah, and over here's just gonna be more bombardier beetles, so we shouldn't be finding any more ladybugs that way. I don't think that they're normally by the hedge. This is actually crazy. Alright, where? There's, yeah, there's the research station.
I wonder if I could keep that aphid as a pet.
Wait, I see movement. Spiders. Alright, we need ladybugs. Oh, it's because they're all, like... I guess they are kind of by the hedge. But, right... there... is our nearest. They just really aren't anywhere nearby. That's crazy. Alright, so somewhere around here, there's a ladybug. Now, it would have been one. Aha! Get back on this. Ooh, let's get on this leaf. Hello, feather. Surprised he's not running away. We're just gonna chip away at the health. While we can, from up high, with our bow. Yeah, that's right. You can't knock me off of this. It's not a blade of grass. There we go. Give a head. Oh my gosh. This is absolutely painful. I genuinely don't know what to do. But getting killed by that wolf spider is definitely not what to do. Okay, I think there was supposed to be more. Generally this way. Till. Oh, angry soldier ant. Don't want to make them at it.
Bombardier beetle, put on your peepers.
I'm peeping it. well, that was a helpful battle to just stumble on. Alright, Mr. Beetle, I'll take your guts. Now where's that supposed ladybug? But, oh, it was on the other side of the wall. Okay. Ants, have you seen ladybugs? No, not spiders. Oh, but there's mosquitoes over here. I don't want to get mosquitoed. Okay, ladybugs. Okay, I was told multiple ladybugs were over here. There are 0 ladybugs over here. Alright, we're gonna resurvey. Only just around the corner. Go. Oh, I hear it! I hear it! I'm stuck, but I hear it. That it? That's it! Fine! There we go. We got the head. Finally. That's like 5 ladybugs. Goodness. I think that was 5. Oh, okay. Is there one more spear laying around? I don't even care, honestly. We're leaving. Oh my gosh, that was absurd. I like half feel like I want to just mount that ladybug head on my wall because of how much effort it took, but there's no way that I'm waiting longer to get another ladybug head to make an axe with. Oh, but first we should do our due diligence and research it. I was about to just like rage make an axe immediately, but I don't want to have to go through all that again just to be able to research the ladybug head. All right. Fairy leather.
Science.
Nothing new. That's fine. Give me lots of raw science here, please. Ladybug head mount 30 raw science. That is mediocre. All right. Well, it is what it is. We have what we need. Craft. Oh, we have leveled up. Inventory. Where is it? There it is. We have a level 2 axe, and it is beautiful. Alright. And now... Oh, nope. Let me in. Now... we have what we need again. Craft. And we have a level 2 hammer. Oh... Oh, the effort was worth it. We have our level 2 tools. Oh, yes. That was a journey. My goodness. Alright, well let's dump some of these parts in our inventory. And my oh my, that's gonna be it for today, because we have most definitely made a long episode here. Thank you all for sticking with me through that. I know ladybug heads are meant to be a bit of a rare drop, but I have not seen it be quite that bad. And that ought to do it for today. My goodness. Well, yes, I know I'm thirsty, little Scabby. It's alright. Got this, and even more importantly, we got this bad boy. So, I am very excited. Next time, we're going to be able to chop down husky weeds. We're going to be able to dive down under that soda can and bust up some milk molars. I know there's at least one under there. We found a few over in the hedge. We know of one down in the lab. So we might be able to do some serious leveling up of our character trait-wise. And we'll be able to finish off all of the supports for our base here. I think this just needs stem, so we'll be able to get our cookery going. That just needs stem and some petals, which we can easily grab the petals down here while we chop down some of those stems. Keep not letting myself in. So these last little bits of production here will also come together. So our house is in good shape. We're leveling up. We have a good way to progress even further next time. So I would say I'm thrilled with the progress we're making, but honestly, more than that, I am just so relieved to finally get that darn ladybug head. Oh, thank goodness. So yeah, I guess ultimately I really should have pulled up that resource scanner sooner, because that led us more or less right to it, instead of wasting like a full in-game day just wandering around looking for a ladybug. But anyway, thank you all once again, as always, for watching the episode. Be sure to drop a like, leave a comment if there's any feedback you want to leave for how to proceed with the series. Let me know how you're enjoying the full release of Grounded too. I know I've been loving both playing and watching others play the game, and I'd love to hear how you are experiencing it as well. Make sure to subscribe so you can get the next episode, and I will see you all again very soon. See ya.